from across the tri-states, this is KHQA Sports.
Well, this has proven to be a night, of strangely mind-boggling upsets on the Northeast Missouri softball scene, with a host of the region's traditional powerhouse programs unceremoniously dumped in district semifinals. We start off tonight with your first upset of the night, Louisiana taking out the 1 seed in Class 2 District 11. Taking out Ellsbury 3-2. Louisiana moves on. Their opponent will be the 4 seed coming up on Friday in that championship round as Montgomery County upends Van Far 8-4, your final there. You want more upsets? They don't come any bigger than this. The Clopton Lady Hawks taking out perennial powerhouse and super program Silex tonight in the district semifinals, no less. 9-8 is your final there. Also tonight, more goodness from the Canton Tigers as they upset Scotland County big time. Starts off with an Allison Phillips 3-run homer in the first, and Canton never looks back. Canton wins 12-1 up at Scotland County tonight. Up next for the Canton Tigers, a showdown with Knox County, which avoids the upset bug tonight, thanks to Lauren Dale, who had 18 strikeouts and a home run in her own cause. So that game set for Saturday, Knox County versus Canton, highlights on overtime. Also, the biggest upset of the night, perhaps, Bowling Green takes out undefeated North Callaway 1-0 tonight. So congratulations to the Lady Bobcats keeping it going. So you want to ask now, what happened to Palmyra? What happened to Highland? What happened to Mark Twain? Well, Palmyra taking on South Shelby, a team that pulled off an upset earlier this week in the district quarterfinals against Schuyler County. Madison Rager, though, would have none of the upset talk, starting off with a pair of strikeouts in the top of the first inning. Her offense would support her and support her nicely. Kelsey Martin, the bunt single to get a board. She steals a base. She is certainly a catalyst upon the base pass. And then it's Lexi Lawson putting one in play to allow Miss Martin to score 2-0 before you could blink in this one for Palmyra. Bailey Foey settles in temporarily, gets the strikeout here in the second inning. Kelsey Martin, though, doing her thing on the base pass yet again, taking the extra base on the pass ball to extend the lead to 3-0. All Palmyra all the time in this game as the Panthers move on to win 13-3. Up next for Brian Wassman's team, a showdown with Highland, which ends Mark Twain's fine season 8-0. Ashlyn Lay 3 for 3 at the plate today with 3 RBIs. Told you there was plenty there. We also had football tonight. Look at this. Unity Payson looking for their 3rd straight win, and Alex Blickhand, who has been the hero of late, starts things off at ISD's expense with this touchdown of 24 yards to make it 7-0 Unity Payson. Then it's Scott Beck's turn. Student body right. Scott Beck is a big, powerful man, and he's getting his way into the end zone right there on the sweep to make it a 13-0 lead, going 37 yards for the score. How about the passing game for the Mustangs? It too good tonight. Brady Luce to the big fella, Scott Lentz. There's a lot of big fellows in this offense. This guy plays tight end, however, and he's a good one. The drag route, Mr. Lentz doing the rest in this one, making it 20-0. More from Brady Luce, coming off a 295-yard passing performance last week. He was pretty darn good again today. Dropping back to pass, couldn't find anything, so he'll extend the play with his feet, and then he'll extend his way into the end zone for the score. 27-0. Are you kidding me? Unity just dominating tonight as Brady Luce hooks up with Mr. Blickhand yet again. He's going to go in for the score, making it 33-0. Unity Payson makes it 3 straight wins in a row. They've got to win out to make the playoffs, but they're well en route with a 63-12 win at ISD tonight. Other scores of note, soccer tonight. Pair of hat tricks tonight for Mr. Hertline and Mr. Bauman as Hannibal takes apart Boonville. 7-2 your final there. Also great news from the cross-country docket tonight for Hannibal at the Frank Lemons Invitational. The Hannibal boys win it for the first time in over a decade. Paul Goulian was the one of 4 medalists today for the Hannibal Pirates. That included Tyler Janes, Sean Jones, and Nigel McIntosh, who finished 14th. On the girls' side, Clark County's Renee Bushling is your medalist from Clark County, as I mentioned. Rachel Davis from Hannibal finishes 4th, as the Hannibal team finishes 6th today in competition in cross-country at the Lemons Invitational. Volleyball tonight, not a good night for the Hannibal Pirates, taking on that powerhouse Rockbridge team. Hannibal trying to come back from a 19-3 deficit. Tell you what, it gets started right there with Gabby Wiley doing the blockage thing. Then Elle Evans going to step up and elevate her game. Hannibal rallies all the way from 19-3 down to within 25-15 in game number 2, but just way too much of Rockbridge. Big, strong, powerful. The Lady Bruins are awfully, awfully good as Hannibal loses in straight games tonight, 25-17 and 25-15, as I mentioned. More volleyball to pass along to you. Monroe's no match for Southeastern tonight. Final count in that one, 2-0. Also on the docket today, West Hancock felled by Payson Seymour at home, and Unity with an upset and wonderfully dramatic win tonight over Central. 2-1 your final there. Finally, Liberty at home taking on Pittsfield. Pittsfield trying to come in and pull off the upset tonight. Rachel Shover and her 11 kills, having none of it, throwing down and calling down the thunder here in this one. We're not done yet with the Liberty Eagles. Brooklyn Murphin, it's your turn to shine. She throws down a nice kill as well. And how about some Meredith Heyer coming up here serving for the ace as Liberty wins going away from Pittsfield tonight. Final count in this one was 25-10 and 25-10. And we're just getting warmed up for a huge weekend. Sports final tomorrow. Lots of huge games on the road in Northeast Missouri. We'll be tracking and covering for you. And then a huge overtime coming up on Saturday.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Chris. We'll be right back.